Hey, comic book fans, it's Campfire Nate here, and we're here to bring you another top three of the week. Now, it's just me today. Rich is in Las Vegas, so I'm going to try to do my best to tell you everything I can about the top three comics of this week. Now, our top three comics this week are Batman 45, A Journey to Star Wars Force Awakens, Shattered Empire number 3, and Walking Dead number 147. Now, just tell you right now, this is spoiler talk. We will be talking about those three comics, and I want to let you know right now, this is your spoiler warning. So if you haven't read them and you don't want to be spoiled, stop now. All right, starting right now with Batman 45. Now, it's been about 2 months since we've gotten back to the main track of the story. You know, we went back and had a couple flashbacks, and we had an annual. So we're back to where we started a few issues ago, where Batman, also known as Jim Gordon in the suit there, robot suit, is basically in trouble. And good for him, he finds a way to get out of it. He's able to come to the grips that he does have the ability to maybe be Batman. He gets out of the mess. And of course, as soon as he gets out of the mess, the lady who's the mayor is telling him that she thinks it's time for him to step down. So, you know, of course, he's starting to finally figure out how to be Batman, and someone's telling him, you know what, you're fired, basically. Which is kind of unfair to him. But we also get to see some looks at Bruce and him starting to kind of come to some type of realization. I mean, eventually, you know, Bruce is going to have to snap out of it or something. So we see him talking, you know, Bruce talking with Julia and trying to kind of, or not Julia, but I forget her name now. But he's been talking to her. He's trying to kind of come to grips with what took place. So hopefully we're going to see, you know, Bruce Wayne kind of move towards where he needs to be, which is as Batman. Now, another interesting thing we saw in this, we got to saw Duke Thomas from We Are Robin, who actually was able to, it looks like he's trying to do something too, and he gave the other guy there a nice little Robin token. So it's kind of funny how one of the interesting things he said is that, you know, Batman is up on, he's like a gargoyle that watches over the city and Robin's on the street. I thought that was a really interesting little play on words there. You know, definitely we got a lot of Robin stuff going on with Batman and Robin Eternal, with We Are Robin, and the soon to come Robin Wars, which will be coming up here very soon. So, you know, it's a nice little, hey, guess what? We got a lot more Robin coming this way. So, basically, this issue ends with Bloom coming in and attacking as the mayor was going to basically announce the retirement of Gordon. He jumps in and pulls her out of the way, but not before Bloom busts in and takes out a bunch of people. So this Bloom guy is stepping up his game. He's coming at the leadership, which is interesting. Still interested to see a little bit more about this guy and know a little bit more about him. But that's Batman number 45. Now we're going to talk about Journey to Star Wars Force Awakens, Shattered Empire number 3. Now, as a Star Wars fan, I'm absolutely ecstatic to read anything that bridges the gap between Return of the Jedi and the new movie that's coming out this December. So this is it. This comic right now, it's only 4 issues. There's 3, so there's only going to be one more. It's kind of starting to slowly but surely bridge the gap. We ended last time where the Emperor basically has a from the dead order being taken place that's basically going to wipe out Naboo, which is his home planet. Leia's down there with Poe Dameron's mom, and they kind of start figuring out what's going on. It's kind of interesting how they decide, well, we do have a few, ships still working, and they just so happen to be in a little place that we remember from The Phantom Menace. Something I thought was really interesting was when Leia walked in the room, she said she felt cold, and she kind of had a flash of where Darth Maul was. I think that's important because we're starting to see Leia slowly but surely come in touch with her abilities and using the Force a little bit. Obviously she's light years away from where Luke is, but it's in her blood and she's starting to maybe feel a little something. It was exciting to see them go up and fight. Of course, who comes to save? Good old Lando comes in and rescues. It was good to see Lando. Good to see where everyone's at. You have Poe Dameron's dad and Han. They find a old base. They basically take it out, and that's where they find out the information about this mission that basically the Emperor had set in motion after his death. So we're finding out some information. Apparently the Emperor's got a lot of stuff going on out there. And at the end, Poe Dameron's mom and dad are reunited. Everyone's happy and safe. So what's going to happen in the next issue? Where are we going to go from there? I'm thinking it's probably going to have a lot in it. And it's probably going to give us just enough to get us excited for the next movie. So again, very good read. For Star Wars fan, it's a must. Now, going on to the final, Walking Dead number 147. As you know, everyone is unbelievably distraught about all the people that had died thanks to the Whisperers in Alpha. So now we're in a situation where you have Eugene at the end of talking about what are we going to do, how are we going to get through to basically, get back at Alpha, and they want to take her daughter. They want to do something to her daughter. Rick is like, there's no way, and Andrea volunteers to take her and Carl to the hilltop to get them away from safety. There wasn't a whole lot of action in this issue. It was pretty much them discussing that, them making that action. Basically, Michonne came in. It looked like maybe she was coming in to kill her, but she was actually going to do the same thing. Michonne and Rick are on the same page. There was a lot of back and forth between Rick and Michonne trying to make Michonne feel better about, basically pushing Ezekiel away before he died. So he's talking to her. I think she's finally starting to realize that maybe, she doesn't have to be that way. So, again, not a whole lot going on, a lot of conversation. Then we go back and you have Andrea taking Carl and the young girl out of there, and the young girl is kind of confused about what they're doing and freaks out and pulls a gun on them, and it ends. Of course, cliffhanger. What else would you expect from a Walking Dead comic? I don't know where they're going with this. I love to see what's going to happen. I'm figuring that there's going to be some serious conflict between Alpha and all the survivors. I'm not sure where that's going to go, but I feel like it's slowly but surely leading up to it. So we'll see. Again, it's still one of the best comics to read out there, and for any Walking Dead fan, it's a must to pick up this comic on a monthly basis. I wish it was a weekly comic. On a monthly basis. So that's our top 3 this week. If you like this video, subscribe to it. If you like comics, you need to check out our website, ConfireComics.com. We're putting up articles and videos, and we're talking about TV shows that are comic related, comics that are out, all kinds of stuff that's coming with comics, video games, everything you can imagine. You can follow me at ConfireNate on Twitter. You can follow Rich at ConfireRich on Twitter. Check us out on Google+, on Facebook. If you like this, again, subscribe to this video and check us out, top 3 of the week, every single Wednesday. Other than that, have a good week.